You know, everybody is asking about range and charging and stuff like that, but no one's asking, how does the Del Mar do on a dried up lake bed? So the real question is the Del Mar a commuter that you can flat track with, or is it a flat track that you can commute with? Are you having fun with off-road adventures? Okay, so I'm going to be honest with you. I've been recording this video for a few hours now, and I was really struggling with what to say. I felt like I was being disingenuous. I felt like I was trying to be like everybody else that's going to review the Del Mar as a commuter, because I think that's what everyone thinks it is. Everyone thinks it's a commuter, and I strongly disagree that it is a commuter. I think that this bike is not meant to be driven in the city. I think this thing is meant to be out here in the wild. It's like trying to take a thoroughbred stallion racing horse and telling it to pull carriages in downtown somewhere. I don't think this bike is meant to be a commuter. And so instead of me trying to review or share my impressions of this bike, I'm gonna review this bike for the reasons that I bought it. And that's this. I wanted to do some adventure riding, nothing crazy. I wouldn't want to take this thing over boulders or anything like that. It's meant to be on the gravel roads. It's meant to be on the dirt roads. It's meant to be in these big open fields like this. This is where this thing really shines. I can't sit here and tell you about suspension and like torque and power. I don't know what any of that stuff is, and to be honest, I don't really care what any of that stuff is. As long as the bike gives me the adventure that I want to have, that's all I really care about, and that's what this video is. So let's go have a little adventure with the time I have left, because one of my old kids is sick and I have to take them to the doctor's office later. So I've got about 2 hours to kill out here on this reserve. It's boogie. And I think most people want to know, how does the bike compare against the Live R1? Well, the Live R1's not a flat track bike, so it's not going to do as well as the Del Mar is going to be. Woo. Woo. I will say that the tires are more narrow than the live wire, so on gravel, I'm just not used to the movement, the input that you get. Yeah, this is where the Del Mar belongs. I may have taken a wrong turn or two. Not the location I wanted to be at. Now, I've only been here during the summer, but I've never seen the water this low. I really want to go on it, but I don't know how muddy it is. Can't see it in the camera, but there's some, honestly I have no idea what it is. Down there at the edge of the water there.
We're gonna use the S2 Del Mar's stealth capabilities to sneak up on whatever creature is lurking at the edge of the water. Let's see if the Del Mar will allow us to sneak up on it.
Whoa. Got a little bit of a muddy crossing here. Don't think that I want to drive in that. I haven't even put 25. Whoa, it's getting soft. I haven't put 25 miles on this puppy. Let's see if we can find a way around. Let's say this though, whatever the Del Mar is, it's fun. Oh, what is this? You know what? I don't think that I'm gonna find a dry spot to cross, because this is a reservoir, a creek-fed reservoir. Man, I don't want to get this thing muddy. Woohoo! See, someone intentionally dug this out to make it a mud pit. one's gonna be the first to do it. I guess I'll be it. Kickstand's already sinking. Ooh. Back tire's slipping. Across it. Hopefully the bike doesn't. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. No, no. Definitely not go through that. Instantaneous sinking. Oh yeah. See, I don't think that I could have done this in the Live R1. I think the Live R1 is just too heavy for this. If the Del Mar gets stuck, I can easily get it out myself because it's lighter than the Live R1. With all the mods and stuff that I have on the bike, I mean it's probably 580 right now, and I might be undershooting that. But the Del Mar is much lighter, much more manageable. Bad situations like getting stuck. But so far, having a blast. So one thing I like about the Del Mar is very tight turning radius. All right, so I did close to 50 miles, I think. I'm at 31%, 24 miles of range. The advertised charge time is 78 minutes to go from 20% to 80%. I stopped at 31%, so I don't know what the charge curve is but I'm at 4.1, 4.2 kilowatts. Now, most people that I've seen that already have these bikes, most of them are at 4.3 kilowatts. Now, this is giving me time to full, not time to 80%. 4.4 kilowatts. That's one of the things I really love about the Del Mar that the Live R doesn't have. Live R1 is it doesn't tell you how much juice you're pulling in on the bike. You can see that like in the apps and stuff, but not on the bike itself. All right, so I had to cut the charge session short because I got to take my oldest kid to the doctor, get a COVID, strep, and some other test. But I was here for 30 minutes maybe. We're up to 52%. So again, today was just me really trying to push the bike to see what all it was capable of as just a motorcycle before throwing in all the additional things that don't really make it a motorcycle. It just makes it something that has a lot of tech behind it. I'm even hesitant to even go and talk about that just because the small problems that I do have with some things, or that they can be fixed in an update. I do think that it is important to document what those things are for me. They just didn't seem like that very important to look at the bike as just a motorcycle. But I did want to take a little bit of opportunity to answer people's questions to yesterday's vlog. R3AL, I don't even know how to say this name. You know, the Bluetooth connectivity has been worked out. Had a lot of issues with their Samsung. I don't know about Android. I use iPhone, and I haven't had any problems connecting to the bike. Red Battery Head asked, I heard the Navimap won't work without a USB linked to the phone. That's very true. You do have to connect the bike, connect the phone to the bike. It's not really a problem because I know with my phone, if I'm using navigation, that really burns through the battery, so I would rather have it hooked up to the bike anyway. So to me, that's not a problem. Audio Ink Studios asked what kind of charging speeds am I getting? It's pretty much the same that everybody's getting, around 4.3, 4.4, 4.5 kilowatts. I think it's a 5 kilowatt charger. The bike takes some of that electricity to run the electronics, and the rest goes to the charger, so that's about what I've been getting. But I've only charged it once at a public charger. Again, I didn't have time to do the full charge cycle today. All right, and that's all the comments that I can see. It is 12:30 in the morning, and I'm ready to go to bed.